Hey, so if you're a doctor or private practice owner, nobody really knows what you're going through, these struggles that we all are facing. But you're not broken because a lot of times, we tend to think, is there something wrong with me? But it's not that you are broken, but you're operating in a broken healthcare model. Well, you're a leader, right? If you own private practice and if you're operating as a founder or captain of the ship, basically you're the leader of your private practice. Your staff, they look up to you. They're looking for direction, right? They're looking for guidance, and you're the leader of the team and you're the captain of the ship. And if you don't have that strong North Star, mission statement, core values, you get lost. And so as your staff. So if you are like experiencing high turnover of your staff, your staff satisfaction level is very low, they call in sick a lot, or you have high turnover, there might be a chance that they don't feel that they belong to your practice. They don't feel they have a role in your practice. Then it's very hard to develop loyalty and that team spirit. That loneliness could be coming from forgotten your original mission, original why you became a doctor and you started your own private practice. So maybe that's the first step. You might have to figure that out. Another hidden loneliness is that because you're a leader, people expect you know everything. Basically, you are the boss. But you also wear white coat in the clinic, and you are supposed to diagnose and treat your patients with your expertise. So you got this double, triple duty going on inside of your own private practice. I mean, that's a remedy for burnout because you have to wear multiple hats. And you know what I'm talking about. You should resonate with me because again, I'm sitting in my private practice and this side is consulting and that's the training lab. But since you have to wear these multiple hats, it's hard to manage, and like you have a personal life as well. And how can you manage your business and your personal life with proper North Star and all this? That creates burnout, and that creates, I believe, this loneliness of being a private practice owner. But I'm here to tell you, you're not failing. You're basically stuck. You're stuck in this hamster wheel. You're just operating in the wrong model, right? So what is this wrong model? I mean, really at some point, you need to sit down and think about it. Why did you become a doctor? Why, day one of your medical school or day one of graduating your residency, and what each you felt so that you decide to start your own private practice. I don't know. It could be money oriented. It could be mission oriented. We are healers by nature, right? So that's why your primary profession is a private practice, right? So, but then you're not trained to be a business owner. And at the same time, we all have a tendency to operate in this broken model, insurance-based model. That's the broken model. It forces you to see too many patients. If you see more than 20, 25 patients a day, how could you provide the best care if you only have 10 to 15 minutes per patient? And of course, you're a private practice owner, so that you have all this business aspect to run, admin side, marketing aspect, staffing, patient service side. It's basically too much. It is only possible to build your dream private practice if you can free up your time to think and implement on your business, not in your business. But it is impossible if you see more than 25, 30 patients a day, basically. So Insurance-based model is not that you are incapable, but the 24 hours a day, and then let's say you work 8 to 10 hours, if you don't have any time to work on your business, hence, aka your private practice, you are basically destined to go burnout, or you will basically feel lost, or you are going to feel lonely because you feel that nobody will understand what you're going through. So that now we figure out you're not just running private practice as a clinician or specialist, but you are also running business, right? And this broken system forces you to see too many volume daily, and it basically cripples your natural potential to go scale and to build your dream practice with lifestyle that you want to live. But basically nobody says you have to do that. You have total permission to redesign your own practice. Do you know what I'm saying? I really want you to sleep on it or think about this. You can do whatever you want to do. You can redesign. What if you see fewer patients yet make more profit? I'm saying this because I've done this, and I've helped many other private practice owners do the same. If you come to my website, you'll see, like, I have a testimonial mashup, wall of love, and you can see other doctors basically redesigning their private practice. Another one, what if you narrow down your niche, and what if you can craft the best of the best treatment options, that you can create at this given moment for specific conditions that you are specialist at, and you don't limit yourself in the world of the CPT code by insurance. But what if you have a total freedom to create the best treatment options and packages possible, then offer that to your patients? You don't have to serve every single patient, because again, that's another thing. You're a healer, and you want to serve everybody. But what about yourself? What about your own life? What about your family? We live once, and we cannot serve everybody in the realm of insurance world with a CPT confines you at. So think about this just for a second. What if you can see fewer patients, and what if you can offer the best treatment packages regardless of insurance pay or not? How would you feel? Let's suppose this is possible. How would you feel about you going back to your work, your practice tomorrow? I bet you will feel excited. You'll feel inspired. You'll feel motivated to jump back on your clinic and serving fewer patients with the best treatment possible. Just adjusting those two, and find back or reclaim your North Star. Why did you become a doctor in the first place? Again, I want you to really think deep. If you're not happy with your current situation, if you're concerned that you're experiencing burnout, or you're feeling loneliness, that you feel like you're the only person who's doing this and then operating your private practice at this moment, these are things that I really want to talk to you today in this video. Okay, so if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling burnout, that's the sign that something's wrong with the model you're operating on, and it's a good news for you that you see something needs to happen. So it's an early sign to prevent the worst scenario, right? The real burnout, depression, things go south. So you're naturally feeling that moment might come. So this is, again, in a good way. I always like to think positively, right? There's no good point to think negatively on anything. I always work on this with myself, but also my children. Whenever we go into negative mode, it basically becomes like kind of cycle, and it just goes worse and worse, right? You know what I'm talking about. So instead, let's think positive. So this is a good sign. And only for those who become proactive about this type of stuff, you will win, even if you feel crazy at first. But again, the truth is you're ahead of the curve and still not too late. Okay, that's the important part. And again, I've gone through this, right? This shift in 2014. And that huge transformation of my practice from volume-based, insurance-based model to hybrid model, that you have a choice to design and craft your own package and enroll your patients into your best treatment packages by what I call closing skills or communication skills, rather than thinking this as a selling. It's an ethical persuasion based and basically natural way to consult your patients, and patients will say yes to your treatment solutions because you're no longer selling, but you're helping them make decisions. I mean, that's the fundamental difference. But anyway, my point is that, hey, if you feel lonely in your practice, you're not alone. Join the tribe. I do have a private private community that I have built several years ago. And, you can share your loneliness, your challenges, your struggles with other colleagues who have like-minded, private practice owners. So that's a one way to exit out or to escape from that loneliness of your private practice. And you can also learn a lot, by other people, but also by channel out. I mean, that's the beautiful part where the community, if you belong to this type of tribe or community or, the group of people where you can brainstorm and not only receive, but you can also give. Well, I'm sure of that will give you a whole new level of motivation and inspiration to not only survive, but thrive in your private practice. And you can build, you can scale, you can grow, you can figure out the business constraints. Sometimes third set of eyes, second set of eyes, those are very important. Sometimes you're like in your own kind of day-to-day operation, and then you really forget or you really oversee things, or you miss these things out. I just wanted to really talk to you because I'm concerned as a colleague if you're feeling lonely in your private practice. Now, I do have Profit Accelerator session that you can schedule. You can schedule a Zoom call with me or my team advisors. We'll help you talk it out. And just by doing so, you'll find a lot of new kind of key opportunities that you might be missing. Or we can also spot business constraints or what I call leaking bucket of your business systems. And then we can kind of guide you to a better direction. Again, I can say this because I'm a podiatrist, right? So I was serving and helping podiatrists in the past 7-8 years, but now I see all the business, especially private practices, they operate the same way. I mean, really, business systems it's the same. It doesn't matter what specialist you are. It's the same deal, but I can say with confidence that as a doctor, but at the same time, you are the CEO and founder of your private practice, you have different systems to run and, work on your business. But at the same time, you have to be in it when you see patients. So this, delicate parts, intricacy, really nobody else would understand truly unless you are actually a clinician and surgeon yourself, who I am. So that's why I can tell you this. If you like this video, again, subscribe to my channel, right? I help you grow and build a dream practice, lifestyle practice. Basically, that's my mission now. My North Star, my mission is to help private practice owners build their dream practices without the burnout or without feeling threat, by this whole corporate-based and venture capitalist-backed and hospital network that private practice owners are losing their grounds, and basically my mission is to support you and protect private practice owners, because it's a beautiful thing that you connect with your patients in a deeper level, and you can really serve them, help thousands and thousands of people. But at the same time, you can make your private practice be very lucrative and profitable. Wouldn't it be nice? So again, thank you for following my video. Hit that subscribe button, and then I'll see you in the next video.